the fact is only a partial reflection of the idea which has created it. And then one quote I should share with you on from the Life Divine, because this is where Sri Aurobindo begins to tell us what the real idea is. And he hyphenates it, real idea. The view, and he rarely speaks in the first person, the view I am presenting goes farther in idealism. It sees the creative idea as real idea. That is to say, a power of conscious force, expressive of real being, born out of real being and partaking of its nature, and neither a child of the void nor a weaver of fictions. It is conscious reality, throwing itself into mutable forms of its own imperishable and immutable substance. The world is therefore not a figment of conception in the universal mind, but a conscious birth of that which is beyond mind into forms of itself. Oh, it's extraordinary. One more from Life Divine, very short. As mind is only a final operation of supermind, so life is only a final operation of the conscious force of which real idea is the determinative form and creative agent. Consciousness, that is force, is the nature of being. And this conscious being, manifested as a creative knowledge will, hyphenated, is the real idea or supermind. Then he tells us very clearly. Into a system chained to fixed pillars of thought or riveted to matter's solid ground, or else the soul was lost in its own heights, obeying the ideal's high-browed law. And ideals, in one of his books, Essays in Philosophy on Yoga, he tells us, ideals are truths that have not yet effected themselves for man. The realities of a higher plane of existence, which have yet to fulfill themselves on this lower plane of life and matter, our present field of operation. Thought based a throne on unsubstantial air. So we have to read that properly. Thought based a throne on unsubstantial air, disdaining earth's flat triviality. It barred reality out to live in its streams. Wow. We've got 2 or 3 minutes yet. Why don't you read a little more?
Or all stepped into a systemed universe. Life's empire was a managed continent. Its thoughts an army ranked and disciplined. Uniformed, they kept the logic of their fixed place at the bidding of the trained centurion mind.
Centurion mind, yeah. The centurion was a commander in the Roman army of 100 people. So this
Oh,
trained centurion mind. So you've got a lot to
mhm.
read. Can we begin going through? 490,
Then journey forward
sorry,
from the beginning.
495, yes.
Yes. Then journeying forward through the self's wide hush, she came into a brilliant, ordered space. There life dwelt, parked in an armed tranquility. A chain was on her strong, insurgent heart, tamed to the modesty of a measured pace. She kept no more her vehement stride and rush. She had lost the careless majesty of her muse and the ample grandeur of her regal force. Curbed were her mighty pomps, her splendid waist, sobered the rebels of her bacchant play. Cut down were her squanderings in desire's bazaar, coerced her despot will, her fancy's dance. A cold stolidity bound the riot of sense. A royalty without freedom was her lot. The sovereign throned obeyed her ministers.
Good.
Her servants' mind and sense governed her house. Her spirit's bounds they cast in rigid lines, and guarding with a phalanx of armored rules, the reason's balanced reign kept order and peace. Her will lived closed in adamant walls of law. Coerced was her force by chains that feigned to adorn. Imagination was prisoned in a fort, her wanton and licentious favorite. Reality's poise and reason's symmetry were set
I'm
in
losing your voice.
place, sentineled by marshaled facts. They gave the throne a bench of law, for kingdom a small world of rule and line. The age's wisdom, shriveled to scoliast lines, shrank patterned into a copybook device. The spirit's almighty freedom was not here. A schoolman mind had captured life's large space, but chose to live in bare and paltry rooms, parked off from the too vast, dangerous universe, fearing to lose its soul in the infinite. Even the idea's ample sweep was cut into a system chained to fixed pillars of thought, riveted to matter's solid ground. Or else the soul was lost in its own heights, obeying the ideal's high-browed law. Thought based a throne on unsubstantial air, disdaining earth's flat triviality. It barred reality out to live in its dreams. Oh, or all stepped into a systemed universe. Life's empire was a managed continent. Its thoughts an army ranked and disciplined. Uniformed, they kept the logic of their fixed place at the bidding of the trained centurion mind.
So we see this life that Savitri is looking at, and Sri Aurobindo has explained it so well that it it's not going anywhere. It's not
Mm,
really evolving at all. And
mm,
so we'll see more next week. He's not finished with us yet.
yes.
And nice to talk to you today. Namaste.
You too. Namaste, Narad. Thank you. Be well. See you next week.